Still have more time?
Yeah, one more.
Okay. So I'm gonna play a little more heavier song. I hope you guys like.
Yeah.
So again, my name is Osaka Vagabond. I'm originally from Osaka, Japan, and I perform in New York City. So again, I have an open mic. You can just follow me on Instagram, and I usually post on here. All right.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Osaka Vagabond. I've seen you in Washington Square Park, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing. Fantastic. Extended technique. Hell yes. Thank you for that. Beautiful. Wonderful. 12 string. Kicking all the ass. Thank you. All right. Is Wheeler Light still here? Wheeler Light. Sign up online. No Wheeler Light. Okay. Well, let's get Ben Callahan. Can we get Ben Callahan? Let's have a big round of applause.
I'm not gonna follow that. All right, let's get it started. Roses are red, violets are blue. Kanye hates you. All right, guys, have you been following the Kanye news?
Yes!
That was a little too enthusiastic. Yeah. Everyone else was a little bit more somber, but it's crazy, man. It got me like he's identifying as a black Israelite now, right?
Yes!
Right, it got me thinking, like, what's the racist stereotype for those guys? Like, are they good or bad with money? Do we know? One? Okay. All right. Maybe it evens out. I don't know. These are the things I'm thinking about. Guys, we're in New York City. Let's give it up. Best city in the world. Hell yeah, man. They say if we can make it here, we can make it anywhere. We believe that, right? Let's go. Really? You think you can make it in Aleppo back there? Syria? Baghdad, Sudan, come on people, let's get real, come on. Like we don't know how to diffuse IED, what is it, IUD, IUD? They're both forms of birth control, if you really think about it, so it's fine. Oh god, alright, Jesus, 4 hours for this? Guys, I feel like this whole show, I feel like I've been on acid, I'm out of my mind here, but alright, let's continue on. I am doing a morning routine. Anyone in here have a morning routine? Doesn't seem like we're really organized over here, but no, I'm starting it. The first thing I do, this is my routine, I jerk off. First thing I do, non-negotiable. Right? After that, actually, it's just kind of improv right now, but I'm working on it, huh? Alright, save the comments. Despite the amount of porn I watch, I still can't spell amateur. I don't know if you guys have it. Alright, that's how I know that it's not my fault. I can't get laid, it's a problem. I'm so desperate. I'm considering this, and hear me out. If a girl told me she was a necrophiliac, I'd honestly consider killing myself. No? Anyone? Please? Alright, you know what? I'm just going to do poetry instead. Alright, what else? Do you guys know history? I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a war in Ireland, or there was, where England colonized Ireland. It was 100 years, thousands dead. Do you know what the English call that war? The Troubles, which is the biggest understatement I've ever heard. I don't know. Okay. All right. No, it reminds me, like, no oppressor in any atrocity should be able to name that atrocity. Like, the Germans shouldn't be like, oh, the Holocaust? You mean the mishap? Is that what you call it, the mishap now? Or the Iraq War? What are we going to call that? Like, whoops? Whoopsie-doopsie. All right. You guys support the Iraq War. Because you didn't laugh at that.
They did not see it done.
Yeah. God, good one. Guys, I was thinking about this. They got dildos out there. They got advanced dildos now. Really impressive technology. They got the penises and the vaginas. It got me thinking, you think there's a guy out there who doesn't know they're sex toys? He's just playing with them as action figures in his room. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm about to have a mental breakdown up here. I just sat through fucking 3 hours of insanity. Give me a chuckle, folks. For fuck's sake, I think I'm losing my mind. I just saw Freddy Krueger or whatever the fuck strip. Which was great. That was great. That was amazing. I was like really not digging it, and then the whole thing came up. I was like, okay, I like it, that's good. Alright. Jesus Christ. I'm going broke. Because I'm doing this shit now, and it's crazy. You know the question, would you suck a dick for $1 million? Right? Dude, I'm at the point, I'm going to have some follow-ups because I'm so broke. Like, are we getting paid in lump sum or installments? I don't know. Can we talk about this? Can we do a sit-down? Thanks. Let's get my lawyer involved. What other shitty jokes are there? This one's going to fucking bomb, but I mean, fuck it. I don't care. I might relapse tonight. You guys are responsible for my death. My friend told me a story. His friend was apparently raped by a woman at a party. Okay? Horrible. It's a horrible tragedy. And it got me thinking, like, guys are so horny. What does that look like, right? Is a guy like this? No, please! Don't do it! Alright, we got people walking. Alright. I don't know what to say. I'm done. I quit comedy. Alright, thank you.
Don't quit. Ken Callahan, great stuff. Thank you for doing it, grinding out, kicking ass. Great work. Thank you, Ben Callahan. You doing any gigs coming up or anything? Or follow up on Callahan Comedy?
Yes.
On social media. Check it out. Great stuff. Thank you for coming out and doing it. It was awesome. All right, let's keep it going. We have Bob Kramer. Bob Kramer has been waiting patiently. Thank you for coming out. We're going to have some more poetry, so let's have a big round of applause for Bob Kramer, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, right.
This will not be intentionally funny, but I'm going to read you 2 poems, and I think I'm probably the only senile poet reading tonight. This is called Winter Night on Central Park West. It was a festive evening, candlelit, a gathering of aged emigres, and I, then young, was dazzled by their conversation, effervescent, highly literate, in several languages, but slightly melancholic. Despite the golden wines of Grindsey, the sweet and amber wines of Hungary, as the pianist, discreet in black, played softly Viva Viva push-stop songs and melodies from once familiar operettas. And at times, someone would raise her head to sing softly, but softly, briefly. And I heard fragments of their recollections, ironic, unsentimental, not altogether, of another world now lost forever. Then the hour is late, the parting, the solemn toning of the great clock, the heavy overcoats, the furs, the scarves, the shawls, the woolen hats, berets, papajas, and visored caps. Occasionally a cane emerged before the last embraces. Brushed kisses on both flushed and furrowed cheeks. The lost, the camps of Hara, not forgotten. Finally, to step out into the chill winter night on Central Park West. The fiercest winds from the river, the black branches in the park swaying, the roar of darting yellow cabs that pass, their red taillights glowing in the New York night. Our gloved hands raised and waving, we compete with doormen in uniforms and their shriller whistles amid traffic, bustle, and the new world. And I knew then that an era was ending. I knew then that an era was ending. I'd like to read another one.
Yeah.
That's right. This is called PH in Paris. 1. I had to leave as when one seated at the cinema, distressed by the inanity of the film that he is watching, rises from his seat and makes his way along the knees of those still seated and engrossed beside him to the aisle, and there with lowered head, although the arching silhouette of his skull must briefly pass across the screen, he hastens through the darkness to that word in red electric light, sortie. And thus I stand now at this stagnant forest pond, dimpled with sunlight, tree shadows, and water lilies, where a blue dragonfly hovers over its own liquid reflection. For the forbidden grottos of my childhood could lure me once again. 2. I well recall the entrance on the hillside, through the tangled underbrush, the vines, half hidden there, the thorns. Then, through the darkness of the cave, we children, the two of us, would grope and crawl, our flashlights casting trembling beams before us, until we reached the largest chamber, where we could stand erect beside the pool to watch its eyeless, milk-white salamanders as they swam in our feeble cones of light. And above them, the dripping stalactites glisten. And each time we would stand and stare in awe. 3. And still today I dream that mineral realm and all that's subterranean and dank, like the secret life of the plants in their eternal dark beneath the earth, the swelling bulbs, the pallid darting tubers, the writhing, clutching roots, the utmost tip of every root, itself a tiny, sucking mouse, or squirrels. Thank you.
Bob Kramer, everybody. Let's have a that's from your book. Veer. Check it out. Bob Kramer, Veer. Do you have copies? No copies, but see him and
At Amazon.
Amazon. It's on Amazon. Check it out on Amazon. All right. Bob Kramer, everybody. Wonderful. All right, let's get some music. Can we? Is Luke Herberman in the house? Luke Herberman, one of our favorites here. Great musician. Big round of applause for Luke Herberman.
Hey everybody, it's a little late, I'm getting a little tired, but I'm going to play and I hope you like it. I've got a couple things to say up here before I start. I've got a show November 9th at Pianos.
Yeah.
Follow me at Luke_Herbs, and you can find the song on Spotify or wherever you play your music. Thank you for being here this late. I also want to say, a lot of people practice really hard, and I respect that, and I like that. So give it up for yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What it takes to make a man feel so small. Love him, then leave him if you want him to fall. Nobody's missing most of all. You can take the pain, accept it for now, and later you'll realize how much you found. But and all is well, and all is fine. You didn't have to go out and kill me like swine. No, I'm not fine, to tell you the truth. I'm about to get shot by the vultures. Begun, I'm crying because my legs are warm and I cannot run.
Yeah.
15 days of running I've done to hide myself from everyone, and 15 nights of sleeping alone, having no one to hold in the dark and the cold. 15 days of running I've done to hide myself from everyone, and 15 nights of sleeping alone, having no one to hold in the dark and the cold. Thank you. I'm going to pull band playing here. I play the guitar. I'll check you on November 9th. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Luke Herberman, everybody. Great musician. Check out his stuff. Also, can we give the bartender a big round of applause? She's been great all night. Hit big. Happy Halloween. Thank you for spending it with us. Thanks for hanging out. We're coming to the home stretch, so we got a few more acts to go. Let's have a big round of applause for one of our favorites here, the heart and soul. Let's have just a huge hand for Jonatan Arellano, everybody. Arellano.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Boots or no boots? The same fucking thing. And hello?
Yeah.
And I'm about to do poetry. And if it's not good, call it comedy. And whoever the fuck said next, ha ha ha, suck my dick. So that comic who was here, the Arabic white dude. Recently, my dad in general has a problem with heart attacks, and I've almost lost him twice. And recently, he went to his doctor, and they told him that it was just a fucking pain in his muscle. But that's not what happened. I took him to the ER, and he had 10 blood clots in his fucking leg, and I almost lost him again. So before it's too late, I'm gonna just dedicate this one poem to my father. Before he's fucking gone. This is from my dad before it's too late. I love you. I loved you even when you were too drunk to stand, to talk, to make any sense. I love you. I loved you even when you broke a broom on our brother's back. I love you. I love you even when you forgot all my birthdays and went out to get drunk. I love you. I loved you when my mom left and you were with 3 young boys in the hood waiting for their mom to come home. I love you. I loved you when you worked so many shifts, I can't understand how you're still standing. Paint stain went on your hands, the weight of the world crushing your spine. I love you. I loved you after your first heart attack and he survived. I loved you after your second and he survived. I love you after they found 10 blood clots in your leg. Dad, I love you. I loved you when they evicted us for the 3rd or 4th time. I can't remember anymore. And fuck the landlords.
Yeah.
I love you, Dad. And I'm just like you. I'm so proud to have your heart. Maybe I'm a little different. Maybe I'm a little bit of a fucking drunk. Maybe I'm a little angry at the world, but I love you. First generation of immigrants, deport us, bitch. We'll cross that border again. Dad, I love you. And when it's time to bury you, it will be done with sorrow and respect. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. I love you. Please live forever. Thank you. And this one was just fucking tight. That is just fucking. I don't know if you've seen just like going home from work and you just see a bunch of motherfuckers on the train and get vaccinated or don't. I could care less about what happens to the most of you. You would care less about me, my tears, my pain, my loved ones who passed, my loved ones still breathing. I don't care less about the man who jumped in front of the train just as much as he cared about me making me late to work. There's too many in this damn city to care. Too many empty cups being shaken in front of my face. Too many needles on the streets. Zombies, fucking junkies. No, I don't have a fucking dollar. I gotta buy my own drugs, my whiskey shots. There's too many in this damn city to care. You look just like me. I look just like you. If I ain't shit, why are you? If I take a step back from the platform, truly, all that I said I can admit comes from the bitch in me. How many faces we all seen on our way to our beds? How many people will cry when you're dead? From the top of my head, I have about 8 or 10. Truly blessed to have so many homes. Curse to see each one fade away when dirt, stone, beautiful roses are planted on me. No, I don't have a dollar. Honestly, I don't. I don't want to care about you. I have my own issues. But when I see you sing, when I see you make people laugh, when I see you on the train with your head laid back, going to work, I want you to know, I hope your mama's doing good. Stop being lazy and give her a call if she's worth that time. I hope your bop's doing well. I hope he doesn't take that last shot, but you know he will. I hope you get home safe, get to lay in your bed and dream about your future. Hope all you fucking make it. Cuídate mucho, te quiero. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this is between me and my ex. Okay, this is between me and my ex. And I hope you fucking watch it. I still miss you. You get me tight. Second chances. Underneath all my bullshit, the constant drinking, the crying, and bitching, I know what's wrong. Follow the breadcrumbs, the trail of spilled tequila. There are days when I know what's eating at me. It's you. It's you. It's the fact that I still have pictures and dreams, fantasies of me making you eat shit. It's you. Underneath all my macho bullshit, you made me feel at peace and secure. I let you in and we danced and flew. In the little time that we had, we crashed and burned, and as we were being cooked alive, I wanted to last a little longer. Thank you.
All right. Fantastic. Jonatan Arellano, everybody. He's been sending his poetry out to submit. He's been submitting it to journals and stuff. Hell yeah. Keep it up. That's amazing. Yeah, that's right. Keep sending them out. Don't let those rejections. You're invincible. You're bulletproof to rejection.
Love you, Buffy.
Love you too, man. Thank you for coming out and sharing it. Beautiful work. Awesome. Beautiful hat.
Gracias.
All right, is Javier Ruiz here? I don't think Javier Ruiz came up. What about?
Wait, he's downstairs.
If you want to go get him.
I'm going.
What about Jad S? All right, let's have a big round of applause for Jad S, everybody.
Thank you for sticking around. I gotta go.
What's up, everybody?
Pleasure to meet you.
How we doing?
See you soon.
Guys, as a kid, I spent a lot of time in the Middle East, in the village. Make some noise. Who wants to hear tales from the village? Y'all, in the damn village, we didn't have any electricity, dude. It was a simpler time. You know what I'm saying? We played outside. We chased bugs. We taught each other how to jack off. All right, you bigots. Not every kid figures it out on their own. All right? Some boys learn incorrect, dangerous methods. We had one boy thought you were supposed to roll it.
Don't try that at home, dude. It hurts a lot. The other thing we did is we looked for any excuse to fight these kids we hated for no reason. There was like a 4-year period in my life where I wasn't a total pussy. From like 10 to 14, I was badass, and then I went back to apologizing when people bumped into me. I tried to remember why we hated these kids. I think it's because they wore Reeboks. That's it. It's like how people fight wars over religion, dude. I was prepared to die for Adidas, dude. For the glory of New Balance. The best summer was when my uncle got this horse, because these kids would go to the stables and they'd be like, damn, what a cool horse, how sick is that horse? And then they'd get bored with that after like 2 minutes and start throwing rocks at it. Which, did y'all know the kids suck? Did y'all know the kids have always sucked? Like, people think like screens and the internet's ruining kids. Nah, dude, they're born dog shit. Either they're like rich kids and they call people the N-word on Fortnite, or they're poor village kids and they throw rocks at my uncle's horse. This situation was terrible for my uncle's horse, of course. But it was good for us, dude. That meant we had all these kids to fight, dude. That shit was our 9/11. We went George W. on these kids. And just like the real war on terror, we very quickly ran out of people to fight who actually had anything to do with the attacks on my uncle's horse. So instead of like rock throwing, I got downgraded to, yo, I heard you talk shit on my uncle's horse. You said my uncle's horse, he's gay? That's impossible, you idiot. His dick is huge. You don't know shit about horses. There's a downside. When you fight every single kid in the village, you will get your ass kicked eventually. I knew I fucked up when I fought this one kid. He only knew one word of English, and it wasn't really an English word, it was karate. This kid fucked me up, dude. He got me in an armbar, and this is terrifying, dude. This is before Joe Rogan. Nobody knew what that was. It was like, I'll break it. I was like, don't. I'm only defending my uncle's horse. It was like the white one with the spot. That's my uncle's horse. We were cousins. You got like confused. Finding out that dudes are your cousin happens a lot in Lebanon on account of a lot of us fuck our cousins. Okay, don't judge y'all. We're a small country of hot people. The pressure to bang your cousin is immense. A lot of cousin fucking, not a lot of divorce. What could that mean? There's only one divorce in my entire extended family. My uncle was married to my aunt for 20 years. My aunt, his first cousin. And then one day he went out and while he was still married to her, he went out and he married this second woman. Not like in secret, like he brought her home immediately and introduced his wives to each other. Layla, this is Fatima. I've been fucking her for a while. Make some room in the fridge because she's moving in. This is how badass my uncle is. He was bewildered when this led to a divorce. What's going on with you? Where's this coming from? It's fucked up what he did, but he has like a very interesting divorce story, doesn't he? Like people get divorced for dumbass reasons, money, kids. Ask my uncle why he got divorced. Well, I don't know, dude. I balled too hard, alright? I was too baller for one of my bitches. Because he's still married to the second one. And their daughter is my hottest cousin. Okay, what, y'all don't know who's your hottest cousin? It's almost Thanksgiving, dude. I have a heartwarming Thanksgiving thought. If you can't tell if you're having trouble thinking of who's your hottest cousin, you might be the hottest cousin. You might have cousins lusting after you right now, dude. Come Thanksgiving, they're not looking forward to that pecan pie, dude. They're looking forward to giving you a weird-ass hug, dude, a long one. I didn't grow up in Lebanon. My parents escaped the cousin fuckery of Lebanon for West Virginia. Nobody told them, dude. They're like, fuck this cousin fucking, we want the hard stuff, we want sister fucking, let's go. Wait. Yeah, that sister, I tell people I'm from West Virginia, they're like, oh, you fuck your sister, right? That's dumb, dude. That's a stupid stereotype. That's not true. We do, though, 100% hook up with our cousins. Not all of us, but a lot of us. Enough of us that in 2006, the state of West Virginia legalized first cousin marriage. And, yeah, you can clap for that, dude. What the hell? Love is love, dude. I thought New York was whoa. What the hell? I'll tell y'all one last spooky joke and I'll get out of here. I used to be an EMT here in New York City. And I always wondered about this. as an EMT. I was like, yo, how come more hospitals aren't haunted? Are the patients just like, they did their best, I guess? I don't think that's it. I think it's just too risky to haunt people who are about to die themselves. They could remember that shit and fuck you up in the spirit realm, you know? Beep. Talk shit now, bitch, what's good? Rattle chains, pussy. Alright, y'all, I'm in Jada's, thank you.
Yeah!
Jadass with the cousin fucking and shit. That's what open mic is all about. You come here, you talk about that, you know, whatever. We have people defending the fuckboy last week, so...
Who was defending the fuckboy?
There was a comedian that came and was like, it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you. All right, I won't spoil it. we'll let you know if you want to go into that. It was memorable. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, well, let's get Javier Ruiz up here if we could. All right, big round of applause. Poetry. Great poet.
I love that polite golf podcast. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. So I was just downstairs. I'm a little drunk. I'm going to read a really sad poem. My name's Javier Ruiz. This is really important, I feel, for the reading, which is weird for me. And it's not because I assume you guys are dumb. I assume that you guys hopefully are as dumb as me. The word reverie means to be like lost in a really good daydream. So keep that in mind. This is called What We Leave Behind. Breakfast at 2 p.m. because the day only started when you got up. We got up when you got up. When you got up, you see me. Up for hours waiting to see you. The curve of your lips when you started to smile. You started to smile every time you started to see me. Each pore a picture burned into my brain. The way you wrinkled your nose when I woke you up. The way you poured yourself into my arms, into my mouth, into my heart with kisses and laughter. I would always be impatient by 2 p.m. Oatmeal and eggs on toast. Cappuccinos begged for and given. Payment was only a smile, a kiss. In front of the stove. Didn't you see I was busy? Just be patient so I can make you happy. Just be patient so I can make something from nothing. So I can make up for all of the sadness that I'll create. Alchemy requires equivalent exchange. So these eggs will taste like perfection as I put all of my pieces into it. I would eat the shells if anyone else asked me to give them what I've given you. I will tell them that I was never really there, only a placeholder in time, as I live in the past and explore what was left behind, sitting on the couch we bought, watching the shows we watched, ignoring the pain I caused. The days were warmer then, but we huddled so close together you'd think we were trying to fuse, and we were. But I am malignant. I am a cancer. I am all-consuming and all-encompassing. I have become death, and you fused with what you didn't understand, because I concealed that which would kill you. And now I cry over the congealed corpse left behind, crocodile tears from the scorpion who drowned the frog. I'm sorry. It's in my nature. This is a fun little reference, this next part. You were my favorite memory. Wearing my boxers. You were the best wife. We won't be together, not in this life, because I need you to need me. Need me like water. When you cried in our bathroom, I knew you weren't alright. But I wasn't feeling human, so I turned off the big light and swore I'm a good guy. Breakfast at 5 a.m. I wake up before the sun. The days are colder now. A banana and a multivitamin. Black coffee reheated 3 times goes down easy. Equivalent exchange, nothing should get nothing. A ghost left behind wants for nothing. So tear my clothes off. Push me against the wall, I'll play the part. I'll fuck and I'll kiss and I'll smile and they'll caress and they'll hold and they'll come back to what you left behind. They pray at the monument to my sins. They lick and suck what was already numb, and when they're done, I'll say I've come. And they'll go, creating nothing from something. Something that was once nothing returns to nothing. Complexity found only in the multitude of mistakes we can make. In the same way, every snowflake is unique. the same way tears get lost in the rain. Goodbye, my favorite memory. Sweet, beautiful honeybee. Please don't ever call for me in our unfinished disharmonic symphony. You won't want what was left behind. I'll be here, lost in time, until I'm found once again, unearthed in reverie. Thanks. That was that. It was fun, right? Next one is J Boogie with the hoodie. I wish it wasn't as funny after I read something like that. But thanks so much, guys.
Yeah. Javier Ruiz, that was wonderful. Thank you for coming straight down. I ran into you at Woo Jip in Koreatown. It was wonderful. If you've never been to Woo Jip, check it out. It's my favorite restaurant. All right, is Jared Apper here? Jared Apper? Jared Apper's gone. What about? All right, let's get Bob Gibbons up. Can we get Bob Gibbons up? We're coming in the home stretch, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. We're gonna be here for a while. Make sure you get another drink. We're partying, 2-drink minimum. Let's all have a good time. If you haven't refreshed your drink, keep them coming. Let's do shots. Who wants to do shots? I'll do some fucking shots. Bob Gibbons.
Now, lots of people from Ohio here, right?
Yeah.
We're dead. I left Kent State. I knew 2 of them. Oberlin, I know piano players, chamber musicians from there. I go up from Indian Lake up there to see Shakespeare plays.
Yeah.
He's not the only senile. I'm senile. I'm 76. Piccolo! Orange Bus Moans and a Purple Night. I've done that one before. And she's leaving now. Don't leave. Have a margarita, my dear. It's a lot better than beer. And for another poem. When, before he was Buster Poindexter, I was at, across from the Pyramid Club was the A7, and I was listening to, in the back was Cabbages and Kingsland, Ted Parsons on drums, and David Johansen in the front by the bar, laying on the floor, trying to pull himself up to the bar to stand up. I said, David. David Schraven, did you see that movie, David and Lisa? Oh, 37 years St. Clair's Hospital. I was no hero. 83, first official body down. I go on my break to the rest of it. This guy carries AIDS. I'm not joking. No hero back in those days. Ah. And another one. That's what they said. And I said, okay. I saw Sharon Olds reading at Governor's Island. And she had the book called Odes and then Arias, and now the latest is Ballads with a Z on the end. Not for Zorro or Ziggy Zardust, or I think it's for Zorro. I mean Sorrows. The Last Sorrows. Last of Me, I thought there would be really people criticizing government now, like Will Rogers, Lasso Me, and Mark Twain, of course. Well, we're sharing old poems. She has one about her whiteness, and in the 60s, the flower children with flowers in their long flowing hair, and now she can wear black and cut her hair short. And another thing, no. But she has poems about her beatings, her mother's beatings. She has one, my great-grandmother beat my grandmother. My grandmother beat my mother, who beats me with her hairbrush. And I keep talking about my whiteness, my epidermidis, dramaticus, whiteness, and the dark night, I said obscura of my soul. But then her mother lays dying. She's thinking of, my father was a drunk and a clown, but he was gentle. But my mother beat me. But I'm with her. She's dying, so I say I love you. But I still hate her, but I love you. I love you. Okay.
Fantastic. Bob Givens. Was that written down? I don't know. That was incredible. That was like my favorite fucking... That was like a Michelangelo fucking sculpture that just happened right here. That's what it's at. This is the fun part. See, the open mic breaks down into two things. There's the 8 to 10 p.m., which is the prime time, which is for the amateurs and the weak. And then at 10, that's where it gets insane. That's where it gets really insane. And, you know, we're all here, and it's getting weird and good. All right, so let's have a round of applause for Tom DeGidio. Tom DeGidio, everybody.
One poem for Halloween. And it's all true. Coffins. The patron saint lay in his glass-sided coffin. A detailed replica in miniature on the little boy's bedside table. A souvenir from the family's hometown in Italy, where old people spoke matter-of-factly about having seen the saint flying through our snowy mountains. The boy's grandfather lay in his coffin at the West Philadelphia funeral parlor, where an elderly woman made his grandmother the compliment that, quote, he looks better now than when he was alive, unquote. In the funeral parlor kitchen, the little boy drank very cold milk and ate a delicious banana that would soon become extinct. A few days later, the boy bought his first pen, which came in a somber, oblong box lined with white satin. Thank you.
Yeah. Tom DeGidio, everybody. Thank you for sharing that. It was wonderful. Oh, we just have a handful. Do you have a book or anything? Chat book.
Yeah, it's going to come out in a new edition.
All right. We'll be looking for your new edition. All right, we've got a couple comedians we're going to get on real fast. We've just got a few more acts. Thanks for sticking around. Let's have a big round of applause for our next comic, Britney Ledesma, everybody.
How are y'all doing? Okay,
Yeah.
great. I've never been to rehab. Woo! I know. I'm doing something right, you know? No, I have considered going once for an eating disorder, and I told my friends I wanted to go to rehab, and they were like, "We're so glad you're getting a hold of your drinking." And then I told them, "No, I want to go for an ED," and everyone was just like, "Oh, you mean erectile dysfunction?" Like, no, rehab's for people that go hard. I told my parents I wanted to go to rehab, this is true, and they told me no, because our friend sent their kid to rehab, and she came back different. Isn't that the whole point of rehab, to come back different, you know? They were just like, nah, she loved arts and crafts before, now she looks at microwaves differently. You know? No, she loved arts and crafts. Now she loves Slack. She's boring as hell. No, ooh, I have a roommate. He's this big, fat, sloppy white dude, you know, but he's gay. If he wasn't gay, he'd be gross. Like, if you were a woman at a bar and he looked at you, you would be offended. And the thing is, a lot of people, when they meet us, they think we're dating, and I'm just like, oh my god, you must think I'm such like a kind, nice, loving person. Living with him is fine though. I mean, he said, before we moved in together, he told me, I don't do the dishes. And I was like, oh my god, you're still a white man, thank you. I feel bad for him though, because living with me has kind of given him the girlfriend experience he's never wanted. He didn't ask for that. Like, we'll be watching Netflix together and he'll just breathe differently, and I'll look over and be like, are we okay? Sometimes I like to ask him questions like, would you still live with me if I had no arms or legs? He said no. I'm like, bitch, you barely have arms or legs, you know? He's like he's not handicapped, but he's like fat enough that he rides a scooter around Walmart now, you know? I'm like, that's just rude. This was a trick question. You failed, bitch. God, no. Sometimes to spice things up, I'll wait up for him at night, then when he gets in,